last year has been very busy for us. We have launched our first full commercial product. We just did that this past month. It's really an expansion of what we did in beta last year, but it allows us to automate the buying and selling of local TV station inventory to national advertisers end to end. So we plug into the agency buying systems, MediaOcean, Strata, the DSPs. We plug into the TV station traffic data, and we automate all of the sales process in between.
So tell us a little about the value that brings and why that's important.
A lot of the power of local TV has kind of diminished over time as network and digital and mediums that are either more addressable, more efficient, more targetable have come about. And so this powerful reach medium that local TV has lost share to these other options in the marketplace. Our platform allows Spot to maintain all the strengths that it has in terms of connections with local communities and really broad local reach, but improving those pain points and taking out a lot of the friction of just getting the ads to the audiences. And so I think it's going to be very powerful for two reasons. One, it makes it more efficient and more competitive with these other mediums. But two, it also lets the stations understand those audiences that they're reaching in a much more granular way than we have up until now. It's not broad-based demos, women 18 to 54. It's Audi intenders or Nexus intenders. So it's a different way of selling TV.
So speak to us a little bit about how targeting fits into that and audience buying, because it's not really addressable, the TV station. So how does the sort of targeting work and what sources do you use and how is that valued?
You're absolutely right. It's not addressable yet. If we adopt some of the standards that are coming about, like ATSC 3.0, it would be more one-to-one. Today, it's really about indexing the programs that air on the TV stations. So I can't only send your ad to people who are Audi intenders, but I can put your ad in programs that over-index for people who are Audi intenders. And that's really the stage that we're at. We're overlaying consumer data and using it to index viewing on TV stations to make sure that an advertiser is reaching or more likely to reach the folks that over-index for their products.
And Shereta, tell us about the market opportunity in local TV. It's not talked about as much, perhaps. It's a huge business, but tell us what the opportunities are there for advertisers to be there perhaps more effectively in local television.
Well, in the past, if an advertiser wanted to target a certain segment of the market, either because their footprint was limited to, say, 40% of the country, or they needed a certain campaign in a certain part of the market, it was really manual and kind of inefficient for them to reach that buy. So much so that a lot of times they would just go ahead and buy the whole country because it was perceived as just as difficult to do that 40% as just buying network and getting the whole country. What our platform allows them to do is target that 40% of the country in a very efficient way and ensure that they're getting the same kind of feedback and visibility and ability to target audiences within that footprint that they do at the national level today. So it's kind of a game changer because you don't have to waste the part of the country that you don't want to buy. You can focus on the parts that you do. And the local stations that we work with are by far the dominant reach vehicles in those markets. So when you took the money out of network and went to the whole country, you weren't necessarily reaching into those local markets to the same degree that you would if you buy ads on the local TV stations themselves. So we enable them to get back where I think they know the advertising works best, but in a really efficient way that works for them in terms of their budget.
And what about creative versioning or creative that's relevant to particular markets? And is the creative that you work with suitable? And does it work across markets? What about sort of the media itself?
Yeah, we follow the existing practices, so we're not putting internet ads on TV or anything like that. These are TV quality ads, and they go through these same existing partnerships and vetting processes that they do today for TV. There's absolutely the ability to do a different ad for the Southeast, a different ad for Atlanta, however local they want to customize it, but it is, one ad per station. So if they bought one of our clients, which is a local TV station, I guess you could have a different commercial for different time periods, but I couldn't cut it up by zones or by individual households the way some mediums can. We can't do that yet.
Cool. And when we catch up next year, what do you hope? What's the roadmap for the next 12 months?
Oh, I think this year is going to be really exciting because I think there's a lot of different things coming together. Our effort is not the only one that's moving forward on the automated TV space, and I think having these platforms out there, starting to see scaled inventory in the platforms, and having marketers learn how they can use them to basically talk to folks across all these different touch points, I think that's going to be really exciting. And I know for us personally, just getting to the place where we actually have scaled inventory is a tipping point for this space, and that's what 2017 will be about for us.
And finally, Shereta, what is your business model? How does it work?
We're a sales platform, so we take a small commission on anything that runs through our platform, and that's it. There's no upfront costs, there's no fees to the buy side. We only charge the sell side because we're focused on helping them maximize yield. So yeah, it's a pretty traditional model. It's one that's been around for a really long time, and it keeps our interests aligned with our clients.